Bum, 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 bum.
Break those fuses.
Oh, I'm good at breaking.
That laser grid.
Fortune favors the bold, so boldly shall I attack.
Let's get it. Power up. Taste my blade. I really didn't think those would turn on that fast. I got all the dignity in the world, my dude.
That sounds bad, Deadly. You think it has anything to do with Sly?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good. We need to get to the bridge. Sir
It's
Gallup,
probably fun.
time is definitely of the essence.
Yeah, Gallup is doing it, don't you worry.
Punch her forward.
Gallup is on this, don't you worry. He knows what's up.
Warning, dimensional collapse imminent.
Whoop!
Why are those beams still on my airship? This is unacceptable.
Truly remarkable, Gallup. This looks like farewell.
Indeed. Once more unto the breach go I. Fare thee well, you all.
More vermin dead ahead.
Let's get him. Take him down. Ah, what the heck? That one immediately attacked. Like, right out the gate. I mean, it could be an option. You do not control time.
Getting close, guys.
Yo, let's go, Tennessee. I know there's a mask in here.
Those switches are completely out of our reach. Tennessee, this looks like a job for you.
Just what I was hoping for, Bentley. I've been itching to get in on the action, too.
Let's go. My favorite Cooper for the final one. I love it.
Come on, kid. This is for all the marbles. Those platforms must have a switch somewhere.
Yeehaw! The cavalry's a coming!
Oh dear, go. We're fine.
Danger. Core meltdown probability at
Prepare yourself for
Yo, I want to hear about that. There it is. All 60 masks. Alright, don't have to worry about anything now other than winning the game, boys.
computer now offline for scheduled maintenance.
Scheduled maintenance.
Have a nice day.
This seems like a really bad time for scheduled maintenance. You couldn't have delayed it for like another hour?
Platforms appear to be on some kind
Whoa.
of timer. You'd better move it.
Uh-huh! That's right! The kid is back in business!
Yeah, he is. Let's go.
Attention.
Hurry, Tennessee. It's all up to you now.
I don't have time for this. Help me adjust the controls.
I don't know why, but I'm not used to the inverse controls all of a sudden.
Lady friend.
Whoop. Ah, classic.
Whoa. Pay attention, Tennessee. You need to figure out that lock sequence.
Oh, dang it.
Reckon I ought to break out the old crack shot here.
The stupid,
I have gotten the case turned.
invert controls got me.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Have the controls suddenly changed? This feels so different than it did last time I did this. I ran out of time.
Can you hear me, Turtle?
It's fine.
Well, looks like our goose ain't cooked yet.
Pathetic. Give up now while you still have some
Easy.
shred of
No,
dignity.
dang it! Why are the control... This is not what the control scheme was before, I swear. They have changed it.
But a bad memory.
It's... I actually can't do... Hold up. It's literally... It's not the same. There's no way. It should never be that one of them is inverted and one of them isn't.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless, Coopers.
Immediately 1,000 times easier.
Woohoo! I
By
am
like an
the biggest
insane
guy
margin.
ever.
Why do you persist in...
Was that right?
Would you...
It was.
All right. I guess break time is... Oh.
Nice shooting. Now let's find Sly.
Ah, alone at last. How cozy.
You want cozy? I'm going to throw you and all your friends into the same prison cell.
Ah, but no. It is the two of you of whom I am thinking. To be together. Forever. Just think of it as the most romantic coffin ever.
Don't count on it, Paradox. We've beaten all your other plans.
Ah, but not this time, I think. Look at this, my marvelous contraption. The time tunnel. Something else I had your little friend Penelope develop before her unfortunate failure. Is very much like the time machine, no? With one important difference. From here, I have the control over where you go. And it's programmed to send you and your Interpol shrew on an endless honeymoon. Free of charge. Bouncing through time for all eternity. That's if you survive the trip. But either way, I will never have to see your irritating faces again.
You think this thing can hold me? Just wait until I get out of here.
Why'd you do it, La Paradox? Why the ancestors? Why not just come after me? What's the deal?
The deal? The deal is you, Coopers. You destroyed my father, and you almost got me. But not quite. And when I rebuilt myself, I swore I would erase the Cooper name from history completely. And so today, my revenge will be complete. It is time now for you to go. Bon voyage!
Sly?
Cooper, you filthy vermin!
Ooh, wait! Cut that closer than a $10 shave. Reckon my time here is up.
My man!
Tennessee!
I will crush you!
You screwed that up pretty hard, huh? What on earth? Why does your machine do that?
Take Carmelita and get off this thing.
We all need to leave right now. That maniac just tore a hole in time-space.
I need to finish this fight here and now, for the whole Cooper clan. And I'm the only one who can glide out of here.
This whole blimp could disappear any second.
Right, so there's no time to argue. Just go.
Sly,
I know. Me too.
Why don't any of the others also have a paraglider?
Cooper, I will teach you to fight like a gentleman.
I'm gonna destroy you. This is like the easiest boss fight in the game from what I remember.
For last, after I cut the rest of you to pieces.
Yeah, because it's literally just button prompts.
Anga!
It's quick time events, but the quick time events are insanely forgiving. They give you so much time to press all of these buttons.
Too bad you didn't work for me.
Your head is so massive, I've just realized.
I'm allergic to morons. What?
What? I'm pressing circle. I love the golf moves.
A lucky break, Cooper.
Ah, this music.
You'll be lucky if I only break your
The setting of this is sick. Like, this is really cool looking, but the fight itself is the easiest thing of all time.
Why don't you just give me a and I'll make it painless for you.
Why don't you come over here and take it?
Yes, witty banter. Nope. 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 Not today, bud.
Can't win, Cooper.
I think I'm gonna win, though.
Now you know I'm so
Wait, did you say posterior?
Did you say posterior? Who says that?
this stupid sword.
Your family lineage doesn't even have a sick weapon like mine does. You just got that lame little rapier.
Sly, do you read me? Get out of there, Sly!
I don't think I'm gonna get out of there. Oh, hi.
Where's that little weasel?
I know it's difficult, Cooper, but try to keep up.
This thing is coming apart at the seams.
Don't fall.
This thing looks so much longer in this cutscene than it ever did before. Also, how did we get here?
So, before we finish this, let me get one thing straight. You came after the Coopers because of what happened to your father?
No, you imbecile. I came after the Coopers to prove that Le Paradox is the greatest thief who has ever lived. Is there any doubt? Ask yourself this. If the Coopers were truly the greatest thieves in history, and I have stolen their most valued possessions, then what does that make me?
An idiot? You had it made. You could have been the biggest thief of all time, but you had to target my ancestors and blow your own cover. You exposed your operation because of your ego. No Cooper would have done that. And for the record, can you really say you stole the canes? Seems like your friends did all the real work.
Enjoy your words, Cooper, because they will be your last.
No, I'm gonna win though.
Ready to meet your doom? It's time to end this.
I agree. But I'm not the one who's going down.
My dude, they give you so much time for these quick time events. It's actually too easy. I pressed square there. I pressed square and the game didn't punish me, and then I pressed circle and it was fine. It's actually ridiculous. Definitely, like, possibly, other than the frame rate issues, probably the worst thing of Sly 4 is this boss fight. It's so bad. It wouldn't be a big deal if it was, like, the first boss fight in the game. It'd be like, oh, whatever, it's the first or the second boss fight. But literally every other boss fight is better than the final boss fight, and that's just not good. It's over, bud.
This is not right. My plan was perfect.
Sorry, pal. You just can't plan for a Cooper.
Just please help me.
Why should I?
I do not wish to die.
I guess you won't be doing any harm from a prison cell.
As I said, so predictable.
You won't get away with this. I'll find you.
Au contraire, Sly Cooper. I do not think we will meet again.
The fight scene is pretty cool, I agree. Oh, sucks to be you. Fight scene is pretty cool, but it's still just a lame fight overall. Oh, he's definitely dead. Loading screen.
It's been a while since that night, but there's still no sign of Sly. Or that cursed blimp. The skunk could barely tread water. So by the time they picked him up, he was happy to see them. Word is he earned a special cell in solitary confinement, where the only thing he'll be collecting from now on is gray hair. Both Paris and the Thieves Raccoonus were back to normal, but that hardly made us feel any better. At first, we just waited, assuming Sly would show up the way he always did. But as the days stretched into weeks, we had to face the fact that he was truly lost. We've stopped talking about it all the time, but I know it's all we're thinking about, even if we show it in different ways. Murray seems like his usual cheerful self, but I can tell there's a new level of seriousness underneath it all. He's on the professional wrestling circuit now, and he's really been pushing himself. I know he's doing it to keep his fighting skills sharp. Like all of us, he wants to be ready for action the minute we locate Sly. Carmelita returned to Interpol, where she threw herself into her work, busting criminals at a record pace. She's been so busy, I haven't seen her for a while now. My sources tell me she's conducting her own investigation into Sly's whereabouts. Out of everyone, I think she took his disappearance the hardest, even if she never shows it. At least not in public. As for myself, I continue to search. Even using all my technology, I haven't found a clue. The time machine is no help since we need to know where Sly was for that to work. I get discouraged sometimes, but I'll never give up. Because I know Sly's out there, and I know that wherever he is, we will find him.
How on earth did that one picture survive?
Ryoichi Cooper continued to refine his master ninja techniques, as well as his sushi. And while his thefts were never detected, His sushi restaurant was recognized as the finest in Japan.
Love it. Bentley's going to talk a lot through this, so I'm not going to be able to talk very fluidly, unfortunately. I forgot that the end of this game is really sudden. It doesn't flow very well.
El Jefe remains behind bars. He was transferred to a South American prison, where he now works rolling cigars. Unfortunately for him, there's no smoking allowed.
That's just torturous. It sucks to be him. Oh, they actually have all the people that worked on the game, like, putting special messages.
Tennessee Kid Cooper recovered his gold and his place in history as the greatest outlaw of the Old West. His legend grew even bigger when he began stealing from crooked lawmen exclusively.
What a good guy. I love him. Favorite Cooper.
Toothpick was arrested and became part of a chain gang working on the railroads. He eventually went deaf and faded into obscurity.
You mean he got ran over by a train? Wow, that's cold. Toothpick is probably the most annoying of all the enemies, so I'm fine with that. He talks way too much.
Caveman Cooper kept up his physical training and returned to his role as egg thief extraordinaire. Perhaps most importantly, he pioneered the use of his cane as a tool for thieving.
I do love that they still make prehistoric Cooper about being a thief. That's so good.
The Grizz received a lengthy prison sentence and began a new career as a rap artist. In his spare time, he paints portraits of his fellow inmates.
Here comes the Grizz! It's still probably my favorite boss fight in this game. It was really good. Here come the G-Train! Oh, there's Sam Riegel!
Sir
And Yuri
Gavin
Lowenthal.
Cooper returned to his heroic adventures and went on to form the Knights of the Cooper Order, a gallant group that stole from corrupt nobility. He also became a successful, if overly dramatic, actor.
Sam Riegel and Yuri Lowenthal. Love those guys. Great voice actors. Voice a lot of my favorite characters in games and anime. And cartoons, even.
Penelope was sent to Europe's highest security prison, where she promptly escaped. She remains at large, and the police have no clue as to her whereabouts. Recently, however, I've been receiving mysterious postcards.
Yeah, really mysterious. They've got your ex-girlfriend's symbol on them. I wonder what they could possibly be from.
Salim Al-Kupar finally retired from thieving and took a long nap. Then he dreamed up a lucrative new business. Parking his camel around town, he sold snacks to hungry customers. It was highly successful.
The camel has the same facial hair. I love it.
After being locked up, Miss Decibel decided to make some changes. She had the horn removed from her trunk, enrolled in anger management classes, and began teaching music to other prisoners. With continued good behavior, she might get an early parole.
Doubt it. I hope we get a Sly 5 one day. I can dream and hope.
Dimitri returned to his globetrotting ways as a celebrity scuba diver, and even launched a new line of fashion wear. He's so successful, there's a new reality TV show chronicling his adventures. It's called Disco Diver.
Literal bunny girls. Oh, Dimitri.
La Paradox had all his assets seized, including his art collection, and everything was donated to the city of Paris. I'm told his cell was modified to be completely odor-proof. I suppose that's good for the guards, since he's going to be living there for a very long time.
Yeah, I also sincerely doubt we'll ever get a Sly 5, but I can still dream. I used to think we'd never get a Sly 4, and then it happened. We about done? Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. This scene only happens if you 100% everything, by the way, I think. Or get all the masks, maybe. One or the other. You might only need the masks, but I think you have to 100% everything for this. Back in Slight and Commons time. And that's the end. Got the 100% just for that, like, 14-second scene. Alright, I didn't get to talk very much about the game during the cutscene, or the credits, because Bentley talks so much and there's no subtitles, but Sly 4, it's a good game. Probably like a... I think it's like a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah, that seems fair. Well, I gave Sly 2 and Sly 3 8 out of 10s, right? I think this game is not as good as Sly 2 and 3, but it's still good. So it is very good. I would highly recommend trying out all of the Sly games. They're all very fun. But I think 7 out of 10 is fair. Overall, the game is fun. The characters are good. Story is a little lacking, especially at the end. The cliffhanger ending kind of sucks. I don't really hate it, but I'm not a huge fan of it. The ending is also very sudden. Like, they throw you right into the ending. The final boss fight is very, like, not good. It's not a challenge at all. And there are a lot of frame rate issues is the main thing. The frames in this game are ridiculous how bad they drop throughout the whole game, especially in the overworld. But other than that, everything else is very, very fun. It is a very enjoyable game, and I like it a lot. Not quite as much as Sly 2 and 3, but overall, the entire Sly series, I would say every single one of the 4 are good games. And it's not often that you can say every game in a game series, especially when it has four games is quite a few. It's more than just 1 or 2, obviously, but to have 4 good games all back-to-back, I'd say that's pretty great. 4401, thank you for following at the very end. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Future ones you come to. But we're done with the Sly series now. For those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch me playing other stuff live, I'll be playing other games, of course, that start releasing in 2020 and whatnot. There's a link to my Twitch channel in the description. We finished all 4 Sly games. They're all done. And that's going to be the end of it. So I'm going to be starting a new game on Sunday at 2 CST. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this playthrough. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will hopefully see you in other playthroughs in the future. Until that time, farewell.